KVWN News. I'm Hunter Heflin.
And I'm Nathan Martin.
Happy almost New Year, everyone. Today we're having a very special 5-year look back in celebration of 1985 quickly approaching. First, we're going to be speaking with President Ronald Reagan on the signing for the very first MLK Day. Hi, I'm Hunter Heflin here with KVWN News, and today we're here on the signing of the very first MLK Day with President Ronald Reagan.
Thank you for having me, Ms. Heflin.
Anytime. After the assassination attempt, did your personal priorities in life change?
Well, no, I can't really say that they have. I think I had them pretty well in order. As I learned recently how close it was, I realized that anytime I had left, I owed to him.
So, is the economy moving the way you predicted it would?
Yes, very much so, actually. I would like to see, and I think we can already see, short interest rates come lower than they are. They stayed a little high, but they're only half of what they were when we started. They are the key to the economy.
So, today is November 2nd, 1983, and today you're signing off Martin Luther King Day to become a national holiday. What day will it be observed on, and why did you choose that day?
The first one will be on January 20th, 1986. His birthday is January 15th, so the holiday will always be observed on the third Monday in January.
Speaking with Dr. Robert Gallo, one of the scientists who discovered AIDS.
Hi, I'm Nathan Martin, and I'm here with one of the scientists that discovered AIDS, Dr. Robert Gallo.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So how did AIDS come to America?
It first made its way to the United States in around 1960, but it wasn't discovered until 1981 because there was a large amount of people in New York City that were diagnosed with Kaposi's sarcoma and pneumocystis pneumonia. And when doctors checked their blood, they realized that they had the virus HIV, which stands for human immunodeficiency virus.
So how did this terrible disease spread?
It's a sexually transmitted disease, so it does spread quite easily, but it's mostly spread through unclean needles, so blood contact. Mothers can spread it through their babies during pregnancy and through sexual intercourse, of course.
What is AIDS and how does it affect the human body?
AIDS comes from HIV. AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and it affects the body by basically not allowing your T cells to do their job, which is fight diseases. So if you do acquire AIDS, your body won't be able to protect you from harmful diseases.
How do you know you've contracted the HIV virus?
Most people, within the first 2 to 4 weeks, develop a flu or a cold that's probably one of the worst they've ever had. In most cases, they say it's the worst they've ever had. And then eventually they can get even more sick because their body isn't fighting off any harmful infections that they get.
Is there a cure for HIV?
Due to it being so early in the research process, we have not found a cure yet, but we have found some treatments that might help, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of the treatments that we found don't help that much, and people are still experience a lot of pain because of their disease.
Where did HIV originate?
In the 1950s, butchers and poachers in Africa would kill chimpanzees, and the chimpanzees would be infected with HIV or AIDS, and these poachers would get infected with the HIV virus, and eventually now it's made its way to the United States.
Does the life expectancy of someone who's acquired HIV change?
It really just depends on what disease they attract. In the severe cases, they go about a year until they've passed, but in most cases it's around 3 to 4 years, their life expectancy. Some could be more depending on what diseases they get.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Gallo.
No problem. My pleasure. Thank you, Nathan.
Taking a break from the interviews, we're going to talk about what the music industry has been like these past 5 years. We've had a lot of good artists, like Prince releasing Purple Rain, and Queen releasing Radio Gaga, and especially Michael Jackson releasing Thriller.
On June 12, 1982, around 1 million protesters gathered in Central Park, New York to protest nuclear weapons.
Protesters also used hip-hop and punk rock music to protest their hatred against the power.
And now to Anna Dykes for some more religious changes.
Thanks, Nathan. Hi, I'm Anna Dykes. The past 5 years have been quite rocky in the church. Many religions have struggled with abortion, homosexuality, and the credibility of the Bible, which ultimately led to many people losing faith and leaving the church. And now to Lucas Foster with sports.
Hi, I'm Lucas Foster here in the 1984 Summer Olympics for the second time here in Los Angeles. This time we introduced windsurfing, synchronized swimming, and rhythmic gymnastics. While I'm here at Dodger Stadium for the final game of Olympic baseball, I'd like to announce that the Chinese Taipei have won the gold. Hello, Lucas Foster here, reporting live at McDonald's Stadium here at the University of Southern California, where we just wrapped up the 1984 swim event for the Summer Olympics. In first place, the United States with a total of 34 medals, 21 being gold and 13 silver, and in second place, Canada with 4 gold and 3 silver.
Next, we're going to be flashing back to January 24th, 1984, so just earlier this year, and we're going to be speaking with Steve Jobs on the release day of the new Macintosh computer, the first one ever. Hi, I'm Hunter Heflin here with KVWN News. The date is January 24th, 1984, and today we're here with Steve Jobs on the release day of the very first Macintosh computer. So, who or what inspired you to create the Macintosh computer?
Edwin Land and his idea of market research that consumers don't know what they want until they see it.
So, what special features does the Macintosh computer contain?
The Macintosh computer contains the mouse and graphical user interface rather than its predecessors, the command line interface.
You've mentioned previously that production of the Mac is based on the vertical integration system. For those of us who don't know, what does that mean?
Apple facilitates all aspects of its hardware and creates its own operating system.
So, how much are you planning on charging for the Macintosh computer?
We're planning on charging around $2,500.
Now, that may sound like a high price. Do you know why you're charging it so much?
Well, there are none others like it in the market, and you're paying for a good quality.
Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you a lot of success this new year.
Thank you.
I hope everyone's enjoyed our look back on the past 5 years from 1980 to 1984, and I really hope that everyone has the best 1985 possible. I'm Hunter Heflin.
And I'm Nathan Martin.
And this has been KVWN News. Happy New Year, everyone.